Welcome back to Pole Barn Garage. It's time to make another summer cruiser, so I picked up this 78 Eldorado. These are a front-wheel drive Cadillac. It's like an old Tornado. Now, I gave way too much money for this sight unseen, $1,500. And you might say, doesn't look too bad right now. I mean, it is a Barrett's. But, well, it's got a lack of roof. And a lack of, well, a lot of things. But overall, it's not too bad. Every year I pick up a giant land yacht like this, and then basically cut the roof off of it and have a summer cruiser. This is a really good candidate for that. You could throw a whole dog through the side of this. Anyway, I know it runs pretty badly. Well, it did run like a month ago. So we'll see if she'll fire up. I know the guy took the springs off the hinges and destroyed that one for some reason. We gotta very precariously balance this hood. I think it probably weighs 200 pounds, and I am not kidding at all. It will decapitate you if it falls. Now, you might think that, oh boy, you got the 500 in there. Wrong. We have the 425, the economy version of the thirsty Cadillac big block. So not only does it get 7 miles to the gallon, but it has no power doing it. The battery's dead, so let's go ahead and throw a battery in here and get it pulled up in the shop. Well, I'm sure she'll just fire right up. Give it a little help. All right. That launched my wrench out of there. Shit. All right, hit it. Right. Now, let's go get another battery and try again. So I had an epiphany, Jay.
Yeah?
There's a fuel pump in the car in that box.
Yeah?
I suspect it might need that.
Yeah.
Nope, let's keep doing this.
All right.
I know it ran. I drove it the day I got it, like around the yard. Yeah, it's on fire quite a bit.
Oh.
Is it out of gas? Does it say? Turn the key on. Nah, it's open. When it goes past full, that means it's not connected.
Oh.
Let me see, knock on the tank, see if... There's no gas tank.
Wait, what?
What? I drove this car.
The gas tank definitely goes there.
Yeah, that's where the tank goes. Look, the hoses are running into the trunk.
Wait.
Well, get the keys. I've never opened the trunk.
Not.
What we got?
Okay.
Boat tank.
Yeah,
Okay.
cool. Yep.
What the hell is this?
Granny grape. What the heck? It's full.
Yeah, it's not empty. What did they have going on here? They made this a lot more complicated than it needed to be.
Although it looks.
Yeah, it's got
Maybe
fuel.
Run.
That's the return. I don't know. Let's see if it'll suck something up. I mean, we've hardly ran it at all. Whew. Oh God! Needle and seat stuck. Now it's a big fire hazard. We're off to a great start.
Yeah.
Give me a hammer. Yep, right in there. A little harder. All right, I'm gonna go start it.
Okay.
You tap on it.
All right. It's not leaking anymore.
Needs nothing. Let's go. Want to see how deadly this is?
Oh.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, this kind of seems like a tomorrow problem.
Yeah.
Yep. Here we are. It's time to dig into the summer cruiser. Now, if you're not familiar with what I mean by that, let me get you up to speed. Every year, well before YouTube, I usually go buy some land yacht like this with the roof rotted off because they all have vinyl tops. They're all junk. What I do is just lop the roof off of it and have a convertible to drive around all summer. You pick them up cheap, and then when you're done, theoretically, you have a good motor and transmission, you could use it in something else. This one's a little different, being a front wheel drive. We could cut the front end of this car off and use it in something cool later. That was my thought anyway. For now, let's just have fun with it. Where do we start? Well, any piece of crap car you buy is going to be loaded with goodies. So let's dig in and see if there's any treasures. Looks like she's been off the road since '06. God, that door probably weighs 500 pounds. She is a Cadillac, so she's got everything, you know what I mean? She's even got the CB radio. We'll definitely have to try that out and see if it works. There's a bunch of screws in the ashtray. Somebody has been playing around under the dash of this thing. This. And I noticed that the security light blinks on it. This has a factory security system. Here's the beauty of the cheap summer beater. You see, I don't care about the problems the car has. All it has to do is start, drive down the road, go through all 3 gears, and stop. And the brakes actually feel great. I'm not even going to look at them.
But little did the arrogant Dalton know what a critical mistake this would be.
You know, we might change out that one tire that's pretty bad, and then we're just going to cruise. You know, we're going to have fun with it. Look at that headlight switch, even has the Cadillac crest on it. Look at there. First treasure, a free umbrella. I mean, lightly used, no problem. Don't open it indoors, though. You might have the bad luck to own one of these. You'll note the flat floors in the Eldorado and the Tornado. That was kind of a big deal. Being front-wheel drive, the entire floor pan is flat. Therefore, more leg room, more comfort. It was a big deal back then. And honestly, you don't even see that today because front-wheel drive cars run the exhaust through something that looks just like a transmission tunnel, so you don't even get any of the benefits of it. They were doing it right back then. There's our air cleaner with duct tape modifications. Here's the aforementioned fuel pump. I'm assuming this is for this. You didn't even take the Rock Auto magnet, sucker. Yeah, that looks like a Cadillac fuel pump. I would really rather not replace that on this, I feel like. We'll threaten it with it. You're gonna get this if you don't behave. Ah, yes. The prerequisite dirty underwear. Jesus. New radiator cap. A little concerning. I'm sure there's no reason for that, I'm sure. Midas eyes. Ooh. Send help. Perfect. There we go. Oh, yeah. This is the 1978 Cadillac maintenance schedule. Yes. This is the owner's manual, bound in rich Corinthian leather. Let's check the trunk again. I didn't look real close. World's greatest grandma. Hell yeah, grandma. Grandma rolling around town in her Eldo. Badass. Let's see here. That tire looks great. So there's our replacement wheel and tire right there. Something tells me they might have been fighting fuel issues. Oh well. Well, the rear view mirror. We might want that. We got to this as the mice were consuming it. And that is, of course, the Space Saver spare. And you used that can there, and it inflates the tire for you. More trunk room and lighter weight. Because they were really worried about fuel economy and weight with a car like this. A wheel chock. Homemade. We'll keep that. Ooh. That's a map, or it was. This is loose. Now pop the cover off of this thing, and this whole kit and caboodle here is all loose and floppy. I imagine it just needs adjusted up a little bit. Boom. I'm kind of a professional when it comes to Cadillacs. Now, I'm not going to lie to you guys, I cheated a little bit. I do know that the car doesn't shift into second and third when I drove it the first day I bought it. I think we probably have a vacuum modulator issue. Probably a vacuum line. There's a bunch disconnected in there. But first off, let's get the hood open and maybe try to fix the springs so it doesn't kill somebody. It At least one spring would be nice. I don't really trust that, but it is what it is. Now this is a GMA body hinge. Took the spring off of it. Maybe if we could at least get one on here, it might be a little less deadly. That one's pretty screwed up. Maybe we can tack it back together. I don't know. There's that. It definitely doesn't hold it up, but it doesn't fall quite as rapidly either. This side is pretty foobar. The whole damn thing's bent real bad. Gotta tweak it over like that, where it's supposed to be. Roll that around. Maybe we can tack that back together. I don't know how well that would ever hold. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the rivet out that this pivots on. We can replace that with a bolt later maybe. And if I cut that out, I'm gonna have a lot better chance to actually re-weld that on. Here's this. We've got the rivet out. And you're not really, you probably shouldn't replace that with a bolt, but we will. I think if we just set that back in there. Let's see how bad I can mess this up. Boy, I sure hope I don't catch it on fire. Oh no. Looks like chicken shit. But it might work, actually. I'll let that cool off. I'll clean it up, see if I need to retouch it at all. And bolt it to the hinge, and hell, we might have a hood hinge. These lined up very carefully now. Yeah, there we are. We'll suck this whole thing back together, put a spring on it, and by God, we're gonna have hood hinges.
But would we have hood hinges? This is foreshadowing. Now.
Let's see if it works. Oh yeah. So yeah, it needs a spring, but it moves, and that's what we needed to do. Let's go find another spring to throw on there, and then we'll see what happens. Well, it doesn't hold itself up. That other spring I put on over there is really loose for some reason. It's kind of weird, but it does work, sort of. I mean, it's a little off. It's really perfectly normal, though. Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? At least if it, well, yeah, it kind of popped back up over there. Normal. That's a Cadillac thing. You understand. At least if it falls now, it won't immediately kill you. You'll just be trapped in there until you starve. I just realized that this hinge has also been welded back together. Worse than I could do, even. And also, they've welded the pivot back together in there. So I think there's only one real solution here, and that's to give up. It is what it is. Let's make sure it latches and we'll call it a day. We'll carry this piece of wall stud around with us, and that'll be a great hood prop. Well, let's see if it latches. That's really the only thing I care about. Yep. Ooh, I think it latched. No, it didn't. It's a little annoying. No, hang on, what's it? Yep, Cadillac, it's just the way they are. Yep, just Cadillac. This might be a great candidate for some hood pins. I kind of see they took the springs off of these. I would buy hood hinges if I cared about this car, but I don't. So that's out of the question. Well, I will now remove the springs from it because the hood's not going to shut with them. So that was all for basically nothing, although at least that hinge is attached over there. Yeah, I moved the latch over a little bit. Now the hood latches. So that's good. Now will it unlatch? Oh yeah, that sounded awful. Step one done. Step two, we gotta make the car shift through all three gears. I could be talking out my ass here, but I'm gonna guess that, some of these hoses that seemingly go to somewhere, well, those might be important. I don't know. Like every other smog-era car, it has 10,000 miles of vacuum line, and we fixed that by removing all of it. We're missing one that might be important, and that's the vacuum modulator. The modulator controls line pressure and shifting. There's the modulator valve. It's got a split in the line, but I kind of doubt that's it. It's going to a hard line. We'll have to find the other half of that up top. Also, there's some kind of switch next to it there. I'm wondering if that's some kind of pressure switch. So I'm going to hook that up. It was just dangling. The other half is up in there. So let me put that back together. Let's change this out while we're here. Got that changed out with a piece of scrap vacuum line. Looks like it goes right here. That kind of makes sense. That line's pretty bad too. We should change that. Just a complete lack of engine vacuum could have been the source too, considering Oh, those are two straight manifold leaks right there. Plug those, that'll help some. And maybe it'll even run better. This guy runs up into maybe a temp switch. And then that probably goes to the vacuum advance can. God, there's so many. It's like spaghetti. Let's go ahead and disconnect the charcoal can. There's no gas tank, so there's no reason for that. That's not a vacuum line, that's just a bowl vent. That's a vacuum port going to something. This is a vacuum port going to something. Vacuum advance goes to something. There's this one line here. It's hard as a rock and almost completely inaccessible. And it also goes to something. This one coming out of the firewall. Looks like she goes here. And then it comes back through the switch for the cruise control. And then plugs into that. And we might need that cruise control, you know, I'm not going to unhook that. Well, I've plugged all these lines in the most professional way possible by blindly plugging them and assuming it will do nothing. You know, I went ahead and hooked the vacuum advance straight to intake manifold vacuum for the power, of course, the vroom vroom. Cruise control's hooked back up, modulator's hooked up. That's really all we need to drive, so let's see if it runs any better. I think we're having issues with that. That's why all this is torn apart. Hopefully that's a never me problem, but it could be a tomorrow me problem. Started easier. I think it needs that fuel pump. Oh, don't make me put a fuel pump on it, come on! I beat on the carb and sprayed a little penetrating lube around the accelerator pump there. Sometimes that'll soften up that diaphragm and help them run again. Oh, that sounds a lot better. I will not put a fuel pump on this. Not if I refuse. What the hell is that noise? Probably better left alone. Goodbye, Alfalfa. A little bit low on transmission fluid, a little low on power steering. Let's top that off. Let's see if we have 3 gears. Definitely runs better. Power steering's better. The brakes are still excellent.
But were they? This is more foreshadowing.
Oh yeah, they're hydro boost, so power steering fluid's kind of important. That makes the brakes better. First. First. Still first. Just first. It's definitely that modulator valve. I'm just trying not to spend a single dollar if possible. Wow, this thing runs horrible. Oh, this was a mistake. Come on now. It smells like transmission fluid. That's bad. God, it runs awful. I should really do something about that. It did shift though. Let's get on it here. There we go. It's shifting. Maybe it was just stuck. It still runs like shit, but that's okay. Transmission's good. That's what really matters. And here's something going tippy-tappy under there. I think it's on fire. Oh boy. No fire yet. It was working on it though. Power steering pump. Maybe I shouldn't have filled that up, I guess. It hated that. It was probably filled. What? No, you know what? We'll just leave it. It's fine. Well, obviously this thing runs terrible. So I think the best thing to do is absolutely nothing. Maybe we can drive it out of it, run some seafoam through it, see what happens. It's time to get to the important part of the program, turning this baby into a drop top. I'm kind of a custom car builder, fabricator. I have a Sawzall, but that's about it.
But first, a word from our sponsor.
Howdy, lunch is on me today. With Factor. It's so easy, even I can cook them. Let me tell you, Factor is your solution for premium meals that don't need cooking, which I can't do. You can get chef-prepared meals like this Chipotle rub pork chop in 2 minutes. Let's dig in. Don't worry, lunch will be ready in just a moment. Factor cuts down on cooking time so we can have a quick lunch and then get right back to work out in the shop. Alright, and then we are ready for lunch. Smells great. Go to factor75.com or use the link in the description. Use code PoleBarnGarage50 to get 50% off your first Factor box and 20% off your next one. That's factor75.com and use code PoleBarnGarage50 to get 50% off your first box, 20% off your next box. Let's get back to the action as soon as I get done eating lunch. It's time for the most important part of the dirt cheap summer cruiser. Removal of that pesky roof that's in the way. Now, Mother Nature's beat us to the punch, mostly all the way around this. And yeah, could I butch that up, and gob it full of fiberglass? Yeah, I could. But frankly, the car kind of sucks, so let's just lop the roof off of it and make it convertible. We're gonna have to figure out a good line for it. We want to kind of stay in line with the top of the door here.
Yeah.
Straight back.
Yep.
That means I'll probably have to put some metal back in here. I kind of want to see what's underneath this first. Yes. Oh.
What?
Look at this side. I don't think there's any roof underneath this. Well.
Oh.
Wait, what? Fiberglass?
Yeah.
Let me show you how it's done, boy. That's some good trim. Or it was. This car's worth like $7, so I don't feel too bad about this. Will you come off of there? God. Yeah, there we go. The Targa band. God. Well, there's that. Two-face tape and silicone. Look how big this window actually is. They just boxed it in with this fiberglass cap. The back window's the same way. I believe it expands out to like here. Oh!
Big hole.
Big hole. Oh my god.
You literally could throw a dog through it.
There we go.
Yeah.
What a genius idea GM had. Let's cover the roof in fiberglass. Why? It looks arguably better without it. Look at this. It even has the window defogger where you don't even have glass showing. American sunroof. Huh. So they sent these out for conversions.
From Michigan.
Wait, cars were built in Michigan. They just sent them down the road to get converted to this. How classy and distinguished. Somebody paid a lot of money to destroy their car like this. Go ahead and get that out of here. Yeah. Wow, this side's actually worse.
We could catch it all before it breaks.
Tape it.
Yeah, tape it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get some duct tape and tape it.
There. That should prevent a mess. Should tape up the other one.
Okay.
And maybe the back glass too.
Okay.
Beforehand. Then if it breaks, it'll just be stuck to the tape.
Yeah, okay.
There we go. This is how you remove a window cleanly, with violence. Go back to it. We want to cut right in that window channel, I think.
Yeah.
think we're part of the way there. I guess we just go for the front now?
Yeah.
We'll
yeah.
cut it back a little bit and then trim
Okay.
to get
Yeah.
it nicer. This is your first time using a saw, so all it did. Don't hold it like that. Put one hand here.
Yeah.
There you go. No, see this rubber part? That's kind of where you put your hand.
This?
Yep. Now see these forks?
Yeah.
They have the, see how they move?
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah.
When they're like this, it won't shake you so bad. So if you kind of lean into it like that, try that. Once you get to the point where it like can break free, it can get a little dangerous. So you're gonna want to try to rotate down.
Okay. Huh.
Oh,
That'll work.
belts.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't think about that. There's probably no way to save them, huh?
Nah, I think we just have to cut them.
Yeah. All right, just get some scissors. We're gonna drive this thing to the scrap pile to ditch the roof. But there's one other thing I'd like to try. You know, these things are notorious for the bumper fillers falling out of them because these are 5-mile-an-hour shock absorbing bumpers. I think if I drill the shock and we go back this thing into a tree, it should compress the bumper back up into the car, right? I don't know. I mean, we'll give it a shot anyway. It might look a little better. I don't know if we can do it on the front or not. We may have to make some fillers. I hit it. Ah.
But I guess that'll work. It'll spray all the fluid out, release the pressure.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't want this to blow off yet.
I'll hold it down.
Yeah, do that. Oh, it's still hooked to something.
Here.
Oh, there it goes.
I think it's still.
It's under the package tray.
Future Dalton editing this realizes that this is why his back hurts so bad.
Oh, close.
Oh,
Okay.
nice. God, these seats are comfy to just stand in. Oh.
And boom. Convertible.
Nice. It actually looks pretty good.
Oh, yeah. Back seat might be a little wiggly.
Oh, that's fine.
We should probably reattach that. I saw it all the way through the spare tire.
Yeah, I see that.
Oops. Well, let's try to fix that rear bumper.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Keep going?
Oh, yeah. It is working. Yeah. It's not going to go all the way back, though.
What? Did you hit it harder?
Hit it kind of in the middle. So turn. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Can you go back further? Keep going. All right. That's better. It's still like repelling back.
Maybe we just need to squeeze all of it out. I'll do like one side at a time.
Okay. That one's almost squeezed out.
Yeah.
Just keep hitting it. Yep. It drained a little bit more. It's draining still.
I installed these trees for a reason. Ah!
Ah, it's fighting back.
Maybe they'll drain out overnight.
Yeah, maybe.
Is that working?
Yep.
Is that working?
Yeah, just a bit more.
I'm kind of a pimp daddy. Running a lot better.
Yeah, it is. The more you drive it.
Mm-hmm. How much metal that thing? That's a lot.
You don't see that in a new car.
No, the most we ever did at the plant was like 3 layers, and that was pretty odd. This one's 6. I'm gonna clean up this front edge a little bit, try to make it thin and curve a little bit more. It's all about looks, you know, when you're rolling your Pimp Daddy Cadillac. Back out here today. The shocks have leaked more, so maybe we can get that bumper sucked up. But before we do that, we have some work to do on the package tray, or lack thereof now. The thing is, on a convertible, this wouldn't be here. There would be a convertible top mechanism, and then that would be the well for the top. What we'll do, that wagon I bought and raced had a whole bunch of this flashing in it. That's almost the right width to just cover that right up. We'll smooth it out. And by that, I mean I'll just screw it to it, and then it'll be done. And we also need to cover up the, you know, dog-sized holes in the quarter panels. We got this. You think this is gonna like go boing?
Maybe. No.
Ooh.
It's like paper thin.
Huh, it's full of glass for some reason. It's like somebody shot out all the windows of that wagon. Boom.
Done.
Look at that. It's not even gonna look that bad.
Yeah.
We do it like this.
Yeah.
And we'll cut this shape.
Yeah.
And then we'll just double it up here maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
We gotta
Put
get
another piece.
Gotta get the lay flat back, but there we go.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That won't do anything.
No, it'll be fine. Oh, this is good stuff. No power tools required. Okay, well this isn't gonna get it all. That should get this side pretty close.
Ah.
Something like that, right?
That's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad. Now we want to butt it up like, there we go.
Yeah.
And I'll just shoot about 4,000 self-tappers into it, approximately. It's pretty sturdy.
Yeah.
That'll hold together well. JD's cutting our second layer here. I have a brilliant plan. Layer number 2, looking excellent. And I'm loaded for action here. Behold. My utter amazing genius that will keep this from flexing at all. It's basically what the factory does these days. That's pretty much what your whole car is made out of.
Oh.
Yo, yikes.
That's fine.
Yeah. Maybe go get a putty scraper.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah. Not bad. You underestimated my complete genius. Yes. You should never underestimate someone as smart as me. Behold, my genius knows no bounds! So we could fix this with metal, like idiots, but no. We will fix it with expandable foam. This stuff is horrible. I was trying to use it in here. It's not very good. So we'll use it in here instead. Now, why do I have a pool noodle in my hand, you might ask? We don't want to fill the whole cavity with foam, just most of it. So we'll cut these to fit. And we're going to get our mold here, as it were. Something like that. See that, Jay?
Yes.
See how smart I am?
Yes.
God, I'm a genius.
Then we can build on top of it.
Exactly. We don't have to fill the whole thing. Then the foam will also hold that together, too.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll put one more chunk in there. Good to go. It's time to learn the family business of being an absolute monster. Oh! Yes! Pool noodle didn't work, did it?
No.
I have to be the smartest person on earth. Imagine how quiet it'll be in here.
There's no roof.
Yes, you're learning well, my son. Yes, looking great. We're going to fill around the windshield as well, so let me go find a tarp to throw over the seat. Well, that's going to look good.
Yeah, it is.
Now we'll just put some underneath that flashing there, and that'll keep it from vibrating too. The whole car will be constructed out of expandable foam. Just like a brand new one. I've had another brilliant idea. There's supposed to be a plastic filler here, right? when GM made them, they were made out of, I don't think they're plastic actually, they're like a polyurethane. And what they made them out of wasn't UV resistant. Corvettes had the same problem. The rear bumpers would just disintegrate, and it literally just turned to powder. And they sell fiberglass repops of these. Obviously, this car is worth about $7. So we're already over budget with the expandable foam. So what we'll do is try to make some. So if we just box this in like this, we can, I don't know, maybe box up the sides, and then we'll just fill from the top with foam, right? And it'll just fill this whole void, right? And then we just shave it to fit, maybe put a layer of fiberglass over it, and boom, bumper fillers. This is kind of an experiment. I'd like to see if it works. Time for filling. It's good to the last drop. Very windy. So the foam is curing, but it's not all the way done. Well, we're gonna have to let this probably cure for several hours. In the meantime, let's get this thing prepped for paint. All right, time to start masking. Then we'll take some Scotch-Brites to it, and we're gonna do what's commonly referred to as a scratch and shoot. You rough it up, and you shoot right over the top of it. And listen, it'll hold up just fine for as long as this thing will be around. If you can't tell, I'm not taking it too serious. And that's the fun in it. It's okay to have fun with cars. That's what we're doing. The time has come.
Not gonna work.
Yes!
Wait.
It's a little gooey.
Oh.
I think we need to expose it to air though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just like that. And boom, your Cadillac is repaired. Anyway, we've been masking away on this thing. There's a lot of trim to mask. Removing it is pretty much out of the question. After I get done cutting that, we're going to take some red Scotch-Brites and just lightly run over the whole car with them like this. And that's going to give it enough of a surface to stick to. It's tractor paint. It doesn't care. It'll stick to literally anything.
It's like cutting a piece of bread.
Yeah, I know. It's like a loaf of bread. Yeah, this one worked out really nice.
Yeah.
Maybe we just gotta wait a little while. What's wrong?
It doesn't come off.
What do you mean it doesn't come off?
It does.
Oh God. Okay, so maybe we've made a horrible mistake. Oh no.
Is it dripping down? Oh.
This one's a little premature, but I think it needs to breathe. Everything we can scuff is scuffed. We gotta wait for the bread to finish cooking though.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's risen by tomorrow. So, this is going well. The thing is, it hasn't quite cured all the way. You know, in the middle there. And it's gonna be expanding approximately forever. I think we used too much.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, that looks good though.
Yeah, it does.
Man, some fiberglass over that, and that would actually work. Someday when I grow up, I want to have a used car lot.
Yeah.
And I want to sell really nice cars like this to people. I want to make sure that they get a good quality car at a really fair price.
Just like this.
What do you think? Maybe $49.95 for this Cadillac right now. Well, this is the spare that was in the car. Let's see if it holds air. Maybe we can use it instead of that one that goes flat over there. I'm trying to kill time for this goo to dry here, and it needs to finish its thing because I'm going to mold these in with body filler on the front. I want this part to look decent. So we're going to use some leftover body filler and make fender extensions, but we got to have that stuff cured pretty much all the way. Special heavily reversed wheels that Eldorado and Toronado used. See the front wheel drive spindle nut there. You can see the complete lack of brake pad, and it's literally falling apart. So I'm going to ignore that. That's perfectly fine for a summer cruiser. JD's popping all the wheel covers off because we'll have to get all that brown crap off the middle. But it should be stainless underneath them.
Yeah.
So we just get that peeled off and polished. That'll look a lot better later. What is that?
I don't know.
Oh, it's paint. Is it actual paint or does it come off? So a little bit of paint stripper. You got those cleaned off real nice, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Little rinse with the hose, clean up the rest of it, and put the emblems back on. Those would be good to go.
Yeah.
Our foam is better. I've had a couple of fans on it. It's getting there. It's still gooey in there. So in the meantime, I'll change out this headlight. I don't know, find some more BS stuff to do. This tire already go flat. Yes. Well, that's not gonna work, is it? I guess I'll go see if I can find a tire. I don't have the right size tire. I think this is a 225/75, and this is a 235/75. The 235 is taller, so we'll have to put the shorter tire on the back of the car where the non-driven axle is. It'll be okay, and I use up another junk old tire, but slightly better, and it'll probably hold air, which, you know, that's a win. Those are off of that LTD, actually. Here we go. 130-year-old used tire ready to roll. So got our new tire on. Gives us an opportunity to check out the dead axle back here, as well as the air ride suspension that probably doesn't work. Also, these are all four-wheel disc brake cars. I don't know if any of that's useful on something else, but maybe. Wow. Look at that.
Good, yeah.
Brand new hubcaps. Alright, I got some leftover filler here. I got a bunch of different kinds of leftover filler. We'll try to burn it all up. You know, if I really cared, I would of course use long strand fiberglass to build the mold and actually hollow out the foam on the inside, and then bury it in short strand glass. You could make a fender extension out of that. You really could do that. I'm not going to. This car's, again, worth approximately, how much is scrap going for? $120 a ton. And I'm just gonna bury that foam and filler. We're gonna see what it looks like. So what I've always done is bought some pile of crap to burn up all my extra materials from cars I cared about on. Call me a butcher or whatever, but I put a lot of cars back on the road this way. I'm just gonna try to make it smooth on this one. Well, I'm gonna mix up about 30 more batches of this, and we'll see where we get with it, I suppose. There's something I may not have considered here. This is radiating heat off of it. It's hot. Hot. Now, it's not hot down here where this is already curing. It's warm. But I think it's reacting with the foam, and like, maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it'll all be like one piece. Yeah, this stuff is just about aged to perfection. Just in time for this car. I had to put another coat on this one here. It's pretty fragile. If I had to do this again, I would use less foam or carve more out to have more fiberglass. It's just too thin. But hey, this is how you learn, right? I gotta knock this one down yet. I think the body filler here is too hot, and it's actually melting the damn foam under there. Resin would not do that though, so if you coated it in resin, then filled it, I think you'd be good. Just in case I need some more, I found 2 more, like barely anything in them cans in my cabinet, so let's burn them up too. Oh, congratulations, car. You have reached the point of good enough. There we go. We'll dust some rattle can primer on you, and you'll be good. It's not great. There's too much foam in it. That's the problem. It keeps trying to expand, and yes, it's a disaster. Yes, it didn't work that great, but I learned a lot in the process, so hopefully did you. I think using a different kind of foam, using less of it, and, you know, giving it more time to cure, I think you could really do this. So hopefully we learned something out of that. Use a prep sol, or whatever the hell this is, and you just wipe this on and wipe it off dry, and then the car's degreased. Theoretically, it really cuts down on fish eyes. In our case, because I haven't really cleaned anything, they will really help quite a bit. Here, I got some rags for you. You want the pink or the tie-dye? There you go. How about both?
Oh yeah.
Just like that. So you coat the whole thing. You take your dry rag and wipe it off. This is a really cheap and easy way to make sure that you get something that'll stick. All right, bud. I think she's ready to go. Do you want to try painting it?
Yeah.
All right. Be a good one to practice on. Things like this that don't matter are really good learning opportunities. We're painting it red because that's what I have in my cabinet. So we'll paint it red. Gloss Ford Red. Why? Because I bought that as a backup paint for the Grand Prix that we ended up painting silver. It's going to be kind of like big and little anuses from Smokey and the Bandit, maybe. It's almost orange. Van Sickle tractor paint, we mix 8 to 1. Somebody sent in these can pourer things, and man, pretty nice. 8 parts paint to 1 part hardener. And then I usually thin it with naphtha, about 10% or so. This is a pint, that's a gallon. That means 1 pint will harden an entire gallon. Math. Changing it up, I'm going to use a cheap Harbor Freight gravity feed gun this time. I've been using the cheapy Harbor Freight siphon feed guns to spray it for years, but last couple I've had have just fallen apart, kind of junky, so somebody sent me a couple of these. Hell, they're like 10 bucks or 12 bucks or something like that. That's worth a shot. I haven't used a gravity feed gun in years. I just got sick of the orange peel that they can produce, but I don't know, let's see what happens. So red is very transparent. We got to lay down a layer like this, and you kind of got to build it up. It's going to take lots of coats to get the correct color, especially spraying over brown. I mean, we'll be lucky if it ends up that bright. I'll try to get a feel for it so you can try it, Jake. That's not bad. You're just building a base is all you're doing with this first coat.
And then the next one you're going and actually...
No, probably not with red. So typically you try to paint single stage with 3 coats. But since this is red, we're going to have to build this up and put red on top of red on top of red. And the more red you put down, the more red it becomes. Remember to overlap, okay?
Yep.
That's the most important thing. You want to stay about... With that thing, I'd say you stay about 12 inches off of it. Okay. Yeah, about that. That's about right. Nope, pull harder. Yeah, good. Never let off for obstacles. That's good. Just paint right over it. That way your paint matches. All right, hang on 1 sec. Yep. See how your gun's pointed like that?
Yeah.
Perpendicular.
Okay.
And go all the way off the panel, okay? Yeah, that's good. All the way off onto the quarter. Yeah, not bad. Go a little bit further though. Otherwise you'll end up with sags. Oh, snap.
Yeah, fine.
Yep. Move your body. Not just your arm. Can you reach it? Reach it. You're going to get into the fender, but you can put this first coat on. That's not bad. It's just a nice dry coat is all this is. It's going to get tricky here. You see how this fender angles back towards you?
Yeah.
Flip that gun and make it perpendicular. Yeah. There you go. Right over the antenna. Yes, there you go. Good job. Now, see how you missed around the antenna?
Yeah.
That's okay. Just pretend you're spraying another half all the way over here. Okay?
Okay.
You don't want to put the center of it right there, or you'll get a big sag.
Okay.
You want to spray about here, and then it'll be just like you never painted around it at all.
Okay.
All right?
You want to do another one too?
Yep, just do it right now. Now you're too far off of it. Go ahead and try it again back here. There you go. That's good. All right, go ahead and paint the fender now. My God, you can see how much that filler in our filler panel,
Yeah.
it is expanding. It's getting bigger. Oh no. All the way off the quarter.
Okay.
Too fast. Now sometimes I cheat, but I can do that because I've been doing it a while. You have to do it the right way. You can only do it wrong once you know how to do it right. Start in the middle. I want you to paint basically right over that hood molding.
Okay.
all the way up. I want to see red on that paper. There you go. Let him keep doing that, and I have to, you know, get my important instructor beverage. Every good instructor carries one of these with them. What are you waiting for? Come on. Your nose and your hands are going to be all red at school tomorrow.
Oh, good.
They're going to think you've been huffing spray paint. Let's come on back to this corner where we started. You always got to remember where you started and where you ended. Every time I've ever used one of these, just Orange Peel City. I gotta bury it to make it anything.
Oh, shit.
I can't get any volume out of it. It's a little better. Laying it on heavier, but I'm still moving kind of fast, alright?
Okay.
So this is called a medium coat. And it looks like it's going to turn pretty red for us, so I don't think we need to go too much more in depth with it. I think that base we laid down is good enough. So we'll lay down our medium coat here. Now, I wouldn't call it a wet coat, but it's wetter. Too fast. Not perpendicular. There you go. Yeah, there you go. That's good. Too fast. Move your whole body. Yep. Too slow. Get right in between those. Yeah. There you go. Too fast. There you go. He can't reach across the hood, so I'll shoot this part. No, I'm just going to turn him loose on there. I don't like how that gun feels, so I'm going to get my little siphon feed out. I'd like to try it and see if we're doing something wrong with the paint or if it's the gun, you know. I'm going to bust out Old Reliable here. Sharp, made in USA. This gun is older than you and me combined. Let's see what it does. I probably haven't put any paint through this thing in at least 3 years. I think I painted your car blue on it.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's been the last time. There. You see the difference?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much better. This.
No orange peel. Look at all the orange peel
Yeah.
and that damn gravity feed guy. I don't know why, but old school is the way to go. I'd try that one on for size. It's like the 1911 of paint guns. Alright, hang on now. You're pretty far off. There you go. Alright, yes. I had already painted the back half of the quarter. So. Nope, perpendicular. Yeah. You got to get a little bit closer. There you go. Yep. No problem. Alright, now hang on. Hold up. See all this in here? That's all really dry. You sped up right here and then slowed down here.
Okay.
See that? See how wet it is here?
Yeah.
Dry through here.
Yeah.
I want you to hit it again. It'll be okay.
Okay.
Start at the mirror and over. There you go. You got it. You got it. Beautiful. Yeah. Beautiful. That's how you do it. JD's still spraying away out there. Let me tell you something, guys. A lot of fathers watch this and they go, why am I can't get my kid interested in cars or anything? Well, here's the thing. He could screw up that entire car and I don't care. You understand? Like, it's fine. It doesn't matter at all.
It's like we didn't prep this at all. We're
Last coat, looking pretty damn good. Well, I'm not seeing any runs, so pretty good job. He did really good, I think.
Yeah.
Kind of a 2.5 car you painted.
Yeah, pretty much.
You did the white on your, no, you did the blue on the 59.
Mm-hmm.
I did the white.
I also did the, well, not paint, but I primered the old car.
Oh, you primered that car?
Yeah.
The custom added protein touch. But it looks just as good this morning as it did last night. Let's get this thing unmasked and maybe take it for a spin on the town before it rains a lot. On the car I just cut the roof off of. Oh no, we gotta make the parade boot too. We gotta paint this part here black. Do this before we unmask. Paint the what would be the front bow of the convertible top. Unmasking a car is like the most satisfying thing in the world. Just seeing all that chrome come back, hiding all those problems. Because, you know, your eye is naturally drawn to the shiny thing. Look at the shiny thing. Ignore the strangely shaped fender extension, but look at the shiny thing. Look at this shiny thing. More shiny things. I'm going to use some duct tape to make our front bow of our drop top Cadillac. And also we will use duct tape to cover up this. However, I'm running low, and it's got to be black duct tape, you know, it's got to look right. So I think we'll have to drive this baby up to my upholstery shop. We'll be there in a minute, though. Got to clean the tires on this. I'd like to find a piece of trim to go here. Look what just dropped. Boogie Van shirts. They just showed up in the mail, but these are really cool. Polebarmerch.com. Get you one. I got a few. So let me go ahead and destroy this brand new shirt while we work on this car. One of the most important things here is to clean up these white walls. Are the tires junk? Yes. But should they look like they're not? Yes. What a horrible mistake it will be to drive on these. We'll run them till they pop and head to the junkyard, find some more, you know. That's how you do these things. Just carry a spare with you. Well, these Cadillac emblems, I think, were on the roof. They'd look pretty good right there, I think. They're just glued on from the factory, so we will just glue them on here. Ooh, let's go in front. Let's go up here. Oh yeah, that's it. I found this piece of trim laying around. I don't know what it's for. It's not for this, but it's certainly better than no trim. So we'll just put this on here. And it's a touch short, but that's okay. And we will secure it with a self-tapper. And there we go, boom. Likewise, back here, we'll put these back on. Now, we won't be using the rest of the trim, of course, but we can certainly reapply these. We'll cut the edge of these off a little bit and make this just a finished piece. Cover up all this rust with it, and then we'll shoot a self-tapper in it. Oh yeah, there's your Boogie Van shirt.
The hauling ass in there.
Yeah. You want to help me back this car into a tree?
Absolutely.
This is a little unconventional, but maybe functional. We'll put some fresh in there and that'll help. Very normal Cadillac things. It is the vent. Grapey grape. Wow, that's some creative marketing. I'm going to close the vent, otherwise it squirts. Oh, yeah, it's bottomed out right now. So the thing to do would be to weld it, like, right now.
But
Well, I don't really know how to do that exactly, so I'll try to shoot a self-tapper through it. I mean, obviously, I can't have my welder out here, and the trees are out here. And the shop is up there. So it doesn't work. It's impossible, really.
yep.
Is that actually good? There's no fucking way that works. Okay. Well, let's see what happens. Hey?
Yeah, so far.
Hell yeah.
All right.
I'm a genius.
You fixed it. Now let's see if it stays with the other side getting pushed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. Not gonna lie, I didn't think that was actually gonna work. I was just kind of screwing around.
Why are you questioning your genius?
I know. You should never do that either.
Dare you? I'll have none of it. Let's apply the self-tapper.
Oh, oh, there it is. Bumper tuck for like 7 cents. Ready to go for a ride in my Cadillac car?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so this thing has really bad tires on it.
All right.
It'll be fine. And I drove it about a quarter of a mile, and
Okay.
it barely did that. So I'm sure this will be fine.
So glad you did the seatbelt delete.
Oh yeah, yeah. Whoa, it's fine. It's Cadillac things. Come on now. Clean up a little bit for me. There we go. Well, the transmission works at least. Breaker 19. This here's the Bandit. Actually, I guess I'm Big Enos.
Yeah, you're Big Enos. Oh my god, I guess we'll let JD be Little Enos.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm Little Enos.
Now you're Sally Field.
Oh, alright, I'm fine with that.
Yeah, blow the cobs out of it or something. Here's the best part. It runs like crap, and I don't care at all. I don't think that's helping. Oh Lord. There we go. I think it's on fire. Like a lot. Oh, it's not on fire. It's fine. This is normal Cadillac stuff here. I think it's just leaky valve cover. No big deal.
Car part for you.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm just gonna dump this in here and we'll say that it's gonna help. Probably not. I'm gonna restore the entire engine right now. See, instead of changing the oil, we'll just put this in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, it's fixed now. It's restored. Oh, shoot. I never leave home without this, thankfully. I put it right in a hole. There. Cadillac life. It's not for everybody. Oh, it's got a brake stuck for sure. Watch. Just let off the gas. It stops. Well, let's just keep going. It'll be fine.
It's a smart car.
Yeah, it stops itself. It's like one of them Teslas.
Yeah.
Cadillac things. I'm gonna make this Amazon driver late, I think. My bad, man. We're Cadillac, you know. It's just the way they are. Ah, yes, the upholstery shop. Good God, this thing smells like brakes. You know what? I'm not gonna park near the building. I'm gonna double park it back here. Oh my God, the smoke. Cadillac things, you know.
Oh God, it smells so poorly.
It's just Cadillac, you know.
Oh.
It's just how they are.
Best of luck.
Yeah. So remember how I always say to replace rubber hoses and stuff in your brake system?
Oh.
This is why. It's stuck. I can't even touch the wheel cover. That guy gave it a thumbs up though. Pretty sweet. It's Cadillac, you know. Yeah. Upholstery shop. Little known one. It's a small one, but it's cheap. Damn it. We weren't in there long enough. Or they couldn't get it started. Is it bad when the homeless guy over there is judging me?
Yeah. He just doesn't have any other hobbies.
I don't blame him, really. My life is a disaster. God, that hood's hot. I got fashionista at the Dollar Tree. And I also got some tools to rebuild the carburetor. Wow, that's...
Oh, I thought that was going to be a lot harder, you know, since it's a bone.
No, it's kind of flaky. Dollar Tree, your hammers are terrible. That thing sounds really bad. Like it's knocking a lot. Oh, we better just ignore that. It's the brake is.
Well, at least we got snacks.
Yeah.
Why does it do that? Did the car just laugh at you?
I don't know. There's a nap up there. We'll buy some vice grips. I'm gonna cut the brake line, I guess. I don't really see any other options, so here goes. Ah, there it went. See the whole car move when I cut that?
Oh yeah.
Now we're ready to drive our Cadillac in style. Really hope the rear brakes work. Oh yeah.
Oh, we're totally safe then.
See, it didn't need that brake anyway.
No.
It was really strictly optional. Either that or we're just running out of fluid and we're gonna lose our brakes at any moment.
We'll find out there.
Yeah, on the road.
Yeah.
Hey, it runs a lot better without a completely locked up wheel.
Sorry again, Amazon driver.
It runs totally fine. Oh. So, who knew that the brakes were causing the car to drive poorly? You got another thumbs up?
Yeah.
No, it's Cadillac, you know.
Sure looks fancy.
Now it's actually totally drivable now. It was trying so hard to overcome that brake. Just couldn't do it. Ah, that. There we go. I got a loud horn. I know how to use it. Jesus. New noises. Huh. I'm sure that's nothing to worry about. I missed the turn. Just Cadillac things. No big deal. a country cruise in your Cadillac. Ah, just the lap of luxury. Ugh. Alright, what the hell do I do with this thing now? It's kind of shitty. Guess we can make it less shitty. I don't really want to, though.
There's a good spot for it right up here. Right here.
Right at the creek.
Yeah.
Not a lot going on for brakes anymore. I think we're almost home. Oh, good. It's back to running like crap. I think the other brake ceased. Oh, God.
I think the fire smells back.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Oh.
Is it the rear brakes this time?
Oh, I don't know.
Or is it that right front that keeps...
I bet it's right front. I mean, because it's screaming like a banshee.
Damn, this kind of screws up the whole video. I was going to put bull horns on it, go drive around, but I didn't buy any brake parts. That was the only thing that worked in this goddamn car. Yeah, that brake is now locked up as well. So if we want to use it as a back road cruiser, definitely going to have to do the front brakes. Yeah. Just so you guys know I'm not full of shit. Well, I might as well go ahead and finish the upholstery job, I guess, since we spent all that money at the upholstery shop. So let's go ahead and finish this off. Safety first. That's what I'm all about here. Safety. About 3,000 layers of duct tape along here. And I know at this point the car is, you know, completely mechanically not good. But that's not the point here. The point here is, you know, this is a learning experience for everybody, right? You know how many thumbs up we got driving this piece of crap around town? That's all that matters. You know, I usually try to make videos that have a purpose, and this one kind of wound up not having one. But that's okay, you know. JD got lots of experience on it, and hell, even I learned some things about pushing in that bumper, even making fiberglass molds, stuff like that. There's still value here, even if it's not a tangible value, you know what I mean? Just fake it till you make it. I got a lot of requests to put bull horns on this, so I got the whole damn cow head. Oh, the perfection is magnificent. So we'll put this bungee cord through the eyeballs here, shoot a couple screws up in the bottom of the hood here. I ought to show JD what this thing looks like out in the sunlights so he can see his work, which is very good, by the way. Like, this looks good on camera. It looks pretty good in person too. He did a damn good job. Your paint job.
Looks good.
You did a pretty good job.
Yeah, I did. I really think I did.
Not bad.
Yeah, and these turned out pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, you know, kind of proof of concept, I guess, right? That's pretty much all this video is, but that's all right.
I want to see that.
Oh, that worked.
Oh, yeah, I did. How'd you do it?
I just shot a screw into them.
Oh.
Self-tappers right into them. And I mean, if you move that mount on the frame up and back,
Yeah.
I mean, it would just pop right on there,
Yeah.
like it's supposed to be there. Now that's gonna do it for this one. Sorry, I figured you should take a look at it before I go stash this thing away in the woods. So, $750. You know, if you want it, come get it. It's yours. I paid $1,500 for it. I'm dumb. Take advantage of me. Well, that's where that's gonna sit until I figure out what to do. The reason I kind of rushed that though is right here. 1960 Ford station wagon. Here's a little sneak peek for you. We're going to be stuffing a 460 and C6 out of that Grand Marquis over in the woods into this. So we probably ought to get started on it, bud. Let's get back to work, and we'll see you guys next time.